Last time on Wild West, The Reckoning, the Spirit Chasers, after having resolved their delve into the labyrinth, claiming its prize, and then experiencing some time warp shenanigans and meeting the Seven, the creators of the labyrinths, in a place known as the City of Beginnings, they finally returned to Nunianzru. They began considering what they were going to do for Christmas. Ed and Bruce spent some time at the Temple of Suni. Aaron did some shopping. Wilfred, time with his family at Children of Uptown Land. Eventually, Aaron decided that he was going to take Ed back to the Republic, to Austin, so that he could spend the holiday with Violetta, and so that he himself could spend the holiday with his many great grandfathers, Lane Heemayer, and his grandfather, the other Lane Heemayer.
Lane Hemer and his namesake, Lane Hemer.
Yep. And Ed had a important discussion with Violetta about whether or not he would continue his shenanigans at the Temple of Soon Saturday orgies, which ultimately he decided orgies equal canceled. But them having traveled back on Christmas Eve, they had settled in to their respective locales for the evening, as well as our dear friends back in Nianzuru, Bruce and Jarvis, and Wilfred. And almost forgot about the little meeting with another one of the Sins and learning some interesting lore. But yeah, so we will pick it up with we'll say it is Christmas morn. You're each in your respective locations that you had decided to remain. I know what Aaron said he wanted to do because Bean sent me a wall of text. So he's going to go do that with his family. So Ed, how did you plan on spending the holiday with Violetta?
That's a great question. I did not think about this. Get back to me.
Okay. Bruce, Jarvis, Wilfred, it do be Crimbus Day. Wilfred, after a very long and probably the third or fourth trip at this point, Children of Uptown Land, since you've arrived in Nunianzuru, what are you doing with your family for this holiday that you don't quite celebrate?
Well, we don't celebrate it. So we're going to do what the Jews and Chinese do. We're going to probably go out someplace because it's quiet because everyone else is home and doing other things.
Okay. Maybe find a local eatery that
a Chinese
would be
absent.
Somewhere. Yeah. You go to the one and only King Wok in New Hampshire.
Why?
Oh yeah, we don't have like an Easy Walk in Gate Town or something.
I think there's a Panda Express in Gate Town.
They would have a
There is a
Panda,
Panda
yeah,
Express in Gate Town.
Why is there a Panda Express?
Because they sold out.
They sold out. I stopped questioning it, man. Like, we started the session all those moons ago, and then all of the stores slowly started appearing in orange text, and I was just like, all right, there's a fucking Starbucks, there's a Borders. But all right, yeah, you have a run of the local eateries, and a fair number of the locations seem to be not nearly as crowded. There are some festivities. The bars are crowded, but you're not going to be taking your kids to the bars. And there are some local gatherings for their version of this, which would effectively just be like a celebration of like the harvests end. But a pleasant day all in all. Bruce, what are you
Okay.
doing on this most auspicious day?
I would like to get Kabi out and then try to sneakily put the statue into Sana's bedroom without being noticed.
Okay. All right.
Sneaking into an assassin stronghold.
I can dimension door if need be.
It's a great plan.
Okay. So I'll say you fly up. You get to a height and the guard, they have a presence within the Anzuru, but there's not really much need for them to perhaps patrol as frequently. And they're more clustered around that northern area where the merchant princes are, especially since one of them died. But they don't seem to make too much use of mounts for whatever reason. But you get high enough up, and you see the target location. There's no one like patrolling on the roofs or anything like that. I'd say that like the windows are open because it doesn't particularly get winter up here ever since the rainforest, the jungle sort of spawned in. So yeah, you could very easily dimension door in if you wanted to do that.
If the window's open, I'll just I'll polymorph in. I'll be like, well, you know what? I'll just dimension door. They're the same level.
Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. You've been there before. You remember where her room is. So, you managed to dimension door into her room. There's currently nobody inside. But shortly after, you kind of like, you don't really land in the aspect of like you're falling from a height, but you know, like you kind of take like that sort of step forward coming out of the door. And you hear, even though your passive perception isn't great, you hear some people outside of the door, but the door does not get opened.
Okay, I'll write a quick note that just says like from your Prince Bruce Summers. And then I'm getting the fuck out of there. I will mentally tell Kabi to catch me, and I will say goodbye and teleport 500 feet straight in the air.
Okay. You say that, and then because like it's basically like an open door sort of forms, and like as you step through that, just as your like back foot is coming through the door, you hear like someone go, "Did you hear something?" And then you're just up in the air. You fall very briefly, and then Kabi just swoops under you and catches you.
All right, then I'm gonna go get trashed and do some dinosaur tipping.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, cow tipping's deadly. I can't imagine how deadly dino tipping is.
Can I get involved with the locals and have them essentially fire flaming arrows into the air to be targets for the fireworks spell?
Sure, why not? People are in a celebratory mood. You tell them about putting on a light show, and you get a couple of drunk patrons after you come down from the room when you're done tinkering with your stuff, and yeah, they'll line up with a bunch of short bows, set the arrows aflame, and launch them up into the sky.
Yeah, essentially 6-second intervals. Basically, just make it go an entire flare display.
Okay, yeah.
I even try to make one of them look like a drunken ghost.
All right, all right. What do you do? You doing this with what? Prestidigitation or
Pyrotechnics.
is that a spell?
Yes, second level.
Oh. Oh, I've never heard of that one before.
It's not often
It's because
used.
it is never used. It is a second level spell that targets a flame within 60 feet. They either do fireworks or smoke.
Oh yeah. Would you look at that? It's a Xanathar spell. That's pretty neat.
Yep. Yeah, but ideally, the only thing that would probably ever be used for is for the smoke aspect for a non-concentration fog cloud.
Okay. So I'll say, yeah, you've got a fair control over your magics, and you're capable of making the shapes that you desire. And a good number of the patrons of Bjorn's House of Respite would come out, drinks in hand. Some of them with some food, and just watch the display and cheer and laugh and have a good time.
And I'll say for the added nerd factor, the arrows that were shot, all the tips had different type of materials on it. So when the flame hit, it made different colors appropriate with the material.
Okay, yeah, sure, easy enough.
Other than that, Jarvis will be free if anyone wants to do anything with him. Otherwise, he's just going to be entertaining the populace because it's a holiday.
All right. I'll say at some point or another, Bruce would probably show up at the bar to get trashed, and then try to rope you into some dino tipping.
One for me and one for him, and I'll point at Kabi.
Sure. The gold dragonborn will like pour a beer into a mug and then realize that that's probably not going to work, and then pour it into like a wooden bowl and set it at one of the tables and like pull the chairs over to the side so that Kabi can just stand there and drink the beer.
Hell yeah.
But all in all, a very festive day. Ed, have you considered what you would be doing?
Yeah, I think I'm like, okay, should we go out somewhere? And she's like, oh, everything's closed. And so I'm like, oh shit. And I think we go for a hike. Do a little
Okay.
nature walk.
All right.
I can't
Sounds
find
reasonable.
any consensus on whether or not it's okay for Pegasus to drink alcohol.
I mean,
Surely it's
He's
fine.
of
they're
age.
celestials. He's of age, yeah.
And a celestial.
He'll be fine. Maybe some horse beer farts later, but he'll be all right. And I'll say, Bruce, eventually, whether Jarvis goes with you or not, you do find some dinosaurs.
I mean, if Bruce is offering,
Jarbo, you want a dino tip?
sure, why not?
Okay,
I've heard people do it with cows.
yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so you'd head down in the direction of like Children of Uptown Land, and oh yeah, well no, I'll just leave it on this map because you guys are split up between two locations. But you head down to where the theme park is. Later on, so you're less likely to get caught, and you sneak into one of the paddocks. You know what? both of you, just make me a general intelligence check.
For
Hell yeah.
Okay. Bruce gets the brilliant idea that maybe you should go tip some of those ones with the little fans on their back and the spikes at the end of their tail, and then Jarvis, you're like,
no.
that sounds awful.
So how about we do the ones that are like little tanks?
No
the
spikes.
Triceratops.
No
Spikes.
Oh, the Triceratops or the ones that are like little tanks.
It's either the spike one or the T-Rex, so you gotta pick.
How the fuck are you going to tip a T-Rex?
Me and Kabi, we're gonna figure it out.
Is the objective it's supposed to spook them while they're sleeping?
I really don't know, but they're getting tipped.
I won't stop you from doing it, but I'll try to get your ass out if you can't yourself.
I have grease, Jarvis. This is gonna go so well.
Never mind. That is very true.
Okay. Oh my god, giant stego. All right, so do you go into the stego paddock or are you going after the T-Rex?
I'll start with this stego.
All right. So you sneak in. Not a lot of guards here. It's a theme park, and with the culture, people don't tend to mess with the dinosaurs in the first place.
Yeah,
Likely
look, oh,
because it
guys.
gets you killed.
And also, they're kind of sacred.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
you're
tipping a
either
cow
gonna
in
get
India.
yeah, you're either gonna get killed by the dinosaur or you're gonna get killed when you get caught. But so you sneak in, and sure, why not? They're basically like giant, dangerous horses. They're all just kind of like standing, sleeping, and you you get up to one of them. How are you gonna go about this?
Okay.
Nothing a little grease can't.
First thing I want to do is I want to cast. Yeah, you know what? I'll action surge. I'll action
Okay.
surge so I can do two of them at the same time. I'm gonna do
Damn right.
Bruce's eye bleach to blind him, and then grease him.
Okay. So you walk up to your target, a stego that's a little bit away from the herd, and he's gonna do a wisdom save for the bleach.
Oh,
All
he's
right. So you hit him with the eye bleach, and it like lets out a bit of a honk, and the others start kind of like moving around, and then you drop the grease, and it starts like trying to move away from whatever just hurt it. Well, not really hurt it, but attempted to, at least to its
It's a bit
little pea
spooked.
brain. It's a bit spooked, and then it goes to move, and it takes like all of 2 steps forward, and you just watch as like it kind of like slips out, like the back 2 legs slip out from under it, and it just falls over onto its side and slides a little bit into the grease.
Fuck yeah.
At this point, the others kind of like come around and begin to circle you and Kabi, sort of making like this bellowing sort of honk sound,
Uh-oh.
and chuffing a little bit here and there. And then one of them gets close enough and tries to whack you with its tail. And misses.
As I see that's happening, do you want me to get you out of there?
Nope.
Okay.
These fuckers asked for it. I'm a hair trigger away from Steel Wind striking them right now, but
Oh my god!
Do not kill the wildlife.
Not exactly wild.
Yeah, hey, we're
Okay,
just
do
dying
not
with
kill
Pippin.
the domesticated Dinosaurs.
What should I do? What should I do? You know what? I am going to get on Kabi's back, and as I'm going, I'm just spraying some grease at him.
Okay. I'll say one of them tries to whap Kabi as he like takes off.
Let's see, what is his AC? That definitely hits. Yeah, it's 15.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Oh my god!
Christ.
What have we
Dude.
done?
These
They only get the one attack.
yeah, these
Like-
things hit like a truck.
Oh my god!
This
Okay.
just
Or,
slams him as he like takes off and catches his like rib cage.
Holy shit!
How-
want me to get
How
Kabi
hurt
out?
is Kabi? What's his
What's he looking like? He is bloodied.
well, yeah, okay. So he manages to take into the air, and they're all just kind of like looking up, still making like their bellowing noises, kind of like tentatively moving their tails to each side of their body, unsure of like where the next thing's going to come from as you drop grease on more of them. And because they're kind of moving around, like circling their young, I'll say, let's see. Two more of them, I believe those are also fails. Yeah, your DC is an
Yeah.
18. Two more of them slip and fall in the grease.
I take out a cigarette and light it.
Okay.
Tempting.
You want
I'm
me to get
hovering.
Kabi-
I'm hovering over there, out of their reach, just smoking it, looking down. Tempted.
Then you remember Grease doesn't set on fire as spells.
Oh, it does with Dylan.
Oh, it does? Never mind.
Yeah. I thought it would be funny. I'm not wrong. So yeah, you start taking a drag from your cigarette and just watching them, and they keep moving around. I'll say there's like maybe like 5 others. The babies are kind of like gathered in the middle. There's like 3 of them. And I'll say 2 more move through the grease. And they also fall. The other ones that fell before like start to get up and try to move and are like moving a little bit more cautiously, slower, trying not to slip on this slick substance. And I would say around that point, because when they fall, they're just kind of like bellowing to sort of like keep the others alerted, as if like I'm down, and then you just hear someone start shouting from the other side of the theme park.
Oh fuck. Every man for himself, Jarvis! And I fly off with Kabi.
Okay,
Eh,
Jarvis, you would
I
hear.
just follow after him.
Okay,
Because I can.
as you like start to run away, or fly away, yeah, right, because you have the
Yeah.
boots. You would
Yeah.
just
How can
hear
you
like
move as fast as a Pegasus, can you?
Well,
see.
are you? Well, how fast is the Pegasus?
He's pretty fast.
I think it's like
90
90
feet.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, 90 feet.
So you'd hear like a couple more shouts, and then like you'd see some torches get lit, and as you're flying away, and you'd hear like, "I wonder what has them so riled up," and you watch as like a bunch of people collect around the paddock and like start trying to make their way over the fence. And
Please
Calm
tell me they
down.
begin flipping.
yeah, you'd like stop for a moment, figuring that you're far enough away in the dark that they wouldn't be able to immediately see you up high. And yeah, they're just kind of like running around trying to calm them down / corral them like you would like cows. And one of them gets hit by a tail. Seemingly is like used to it, doesn't seem to take as much damage as you would expect, gets up. It takes like a second. Few of the others like kind of slowly start to bring some of them to heal, and then immediately slip on the grease and fall prone.
Please let no one die.
And then they kind of speak with animals with the Stegosaurus, and they're like, "Fireman flew off with bird horse."
That's racist. That's racist if they arrest me on that.
There's only one fireman I've seen in the city.
Fireman
Ah.
But you eventually turn around and you both successfully make it away, having hipped some stegosaurs. I feel like this would have been
So,
way more dangerous if you'd went after the T-Rex.
Bruce, question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Why were you going to set them on fire?
Why would you say that? I was just having a cigarette.
You were literally hovering it above the grease, man.
Yeah, it's cigarette break.
Yeah, but it was disconcerting.
Well, if I was you, and I'd be like, oh, hey, that Bruce guy, he's willing to burn people alive because they hurt his friend. That's a good move by Bruce.
Did those dinosaur? Oh,
Yeah, they
right.
swack Cobby. Look at him. He's freaking bleeding out.
Yeah. Like, come here. You actually, is it better to heal him or just let him rest?
Nah, just give him some booze. He's good.
Okay. You've been. I'm just gonna say this. You've been more alcohol focused as of late.
Tis the season.
Yeah, I enjoy my drink like the next fella when it comes to the holidays, but you've been doing this before that. Just being
was
a bit
pre-gaming.
concerned, that's all.
Pre-gaming the holidays.
Pre-gaming. Hmm.
See, I'm not even drunk right now. I can operate a mounted vehicle.
Oh yeah, that's right. He could talk to you in your head telepathically, so he would just go, technically I'm the one operating myself, but you're sober enough.
Bruce is. Good thing Bruce is not steering. It would be quite wild right now.
Well, if you want to talk about any of the stuff that you saw or dealt with, I'm here to talk, man. Even though I'm probably not the best at talking.
Cobby, double time, and we shoot off.
All right, fuck you then.
Alrighty. As you fly off. Jarvis struggling to keep up.
Well, I could make it so I'm not struggling, but that's just a waste of magic at the point.
Up to you, but
That
I think Cobby can go 180 feet. I think you can go 120 and maybe Vortex. No, because you're already dashing, so
I would have to go my base movement, then vortex warp,
yeah.
and I can technically do that 10 times. Then I have to go back to using spell slots for that, which I would have to spell memorize, which I don't because I have it as a freaking a pseudo magic item thing as part of my class.
It's up to you if you're actually trying to like confront him, but
No,
if
I'm
not,
not gonna. I'm not.
okay. All right. You'd probably eventually lose sight of him, and wherever you would head to, Bruce, you go.
More drinks.
More drinks, okay. Would you just go back to Bjorn's, or would you go to another bar?
Probably another bar.
Okay.
Hey, that's Wilford's family.
Yeah, you've seen him like walking back from a late dinner.
We'll
Kids are shooting off sparks with the little spells they have. You're up in the air right now, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
you just see Teddy and Fiona just doing crazy little spells that are making shiny lights and stuff as they walk down the street in front of Wilfred and fuck, what's his wife? Maria.
Maria. Thought it was Maria.
It is Maria. Yeah, I might have spelt it Mariah though.
I seem to remember Mariah.
Maybe yeah.
Bruce will get a little somber looking at it. looking at a happy family, and then he will wipe away the tear and then go to the bar.
Okay.
Had
And
what?
you spend the rest of the night with Kabi, drinking in one of the many bars of New Neanderu. Jarvis, having lost him, you eventually make your way back to Bjorn's, look for him, realize he's not there, and do what you will for the rest of the evening. And yeah, and Aaron's doing his stuff. So I'll say all in all, in some way, shape, or form, you have a pleasant Christmas. And then we'd go on to the next day, which I think
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Oh, it's Boxing Day, isn't it?
Innate, bro. I think with having all of his stuff complete, Aaron would be able to take you back to New Neanderuid if you so desire. What did you say, Jarvis?
Hmm?
Oh, okay. That was just like a background thing.
I just have a bit of music going right now.
But yeah, what day? I want to double check. I know I said. Where's my little moon phase? What did I say? I said it was the 31st or for the arena? I don't know why I keep forgetting shit. Let me look at the.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it is the 31st. Okay. So, yeah, Christmas would pass and it would be the 26th Sunday. So for the most part, until that arena fight on the 31st, you guys have about 5 days to do whatever you wish, sort of downtime.
Any requests for Jarvis?
Think? I don't know. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, Wilfred's with his family. And they're having a great time seeing the city, playing with dinosaurs. Fiona's a little worried about this Stegosaurus that got hurt last night because it fell over, twisted its ankle.
Yeah.
Just be thankful that that's all that happened to that Stegosaurus.
Yeah, remember, kids, be thankful that that's all that happens.
Be
Could have been
thankful that
far
your
worse.
dinosaurs weren't crispified.
Is Bruce gonna be busy at all?
No.
You want me to help? Want to help me finish up these communication devices?
Sure, I can do that. I will also like each night leading up to the the fight. I would like to do the same thing I did and try to sneak a gift in.
Okay. This is gonna be 5 nights. Make me 5 stealth checks
Oh
since
no.
5 nights of Bruce's.
5 nights at Bruce's.
Okay. 5 stealth checks. Oh, okay. One,
Not bad, but not great.
2,
Pretty good.
Yep.
Not bad,
3.
but not great. Pretty good.
5.
With
Good.
the
Nice and
assistance of
stealthy.
Bruce, everyone now has a message earring.
Yay!
But do remember,
Okay.
it doesn't work automatically. You're just casting the message spell.
That with the bonus range of 500 feet.
Okay. So yeah, so for Bruce, for your nightly sneaking, you almost get caught the first night. You think that the guard gets increased. You're pretty stealthy that next night, so they kind of relax, and you don't see as many patrols. They thought maybe it was like a one-off thing, or maybe they were just hearing shit. The wind. The next night, you almost you thought that it was Sana, but it was actually one of her like handmaidens, and they catch you like just as you're leaving, but they don't call for anyone. So you're good. Next night it's perfect, in and out. Nobody even knows. And I would say that like each time you're probably going, actually for the 25 you go a little bit later. You spend a little bit too much time drinking maybe. And she would be asleep already. Doesn't even hear you come in. But you would notice that night that the gifts that you've been leaving, she has them over on like a dresser across from her bed, like in a position where basically like first thing in the morning she could just like look at them. And the final night, easy enough, you're in and out. Nobody catches you.
Fuck yeah.
Mission successful.
Drunk tinkering time. Let's do it, Jarvis.
Yeah, during the day you get wasted. And,
Thankfully,
Oh,
with your
Jarvis.
help, we'll cut the time in half, and now I'll only need you for 2 days.
Fuck yeah.
You sure you don't
2-day
want
drunk
more drunk tinkering?
But Jarvo, what do we got? Let's. I'm on a hot streak right now.
Well, I just finishing up these earrings, though, so we all at least have one, and just getting some rune work, but infusing it with the message and spell that is then amplified by the earring as it attaches to one's ear.
Okay.
Even has an adjustable attach where it's either done little magnets that this clips on your lobe tightly, or you can just pierce it.
I wonder if Ed does piercings too. He does tattoos, so is he like a 2-in-1? You know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Ed, would you have gone back on the 26th, or would you have spent more time in Austin?
I would have gone back.
Okay. So I'll say at around that point, you and Aaron would be back, likely hanging around Bjorn's or doing whatever else you want to take care of. I think his stuff was primarily in Austin, so he just kind of sticks around unless he tells me next session he did something else. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that.
Ed, I saw our gym bros, and they were asking where you were Saturday.
What? Oh, wait, why are they talking to you about that?
I don't know what they were talking about. They were just missing you on Saturday. They said something about you being like an anchor, like you were at the bottom of the pyramid. I don't know.
Jeez. Yeah, about the. I'll have to let them know. Anyway, I'll take it from there. You don't need to. You don't gotta worry about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit.
Trouble in paradise.
It ain't easy being the fuck guy.
No, it ain't.
That's for damn sure.
And Wilfred, I imagine you wanted them to stick around for the fight, your family?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Teddy definitely wants to see Ed fight.
I'd say after a bit, they probably like have been to Children of Uptown Land enough times where they've like seen everything a dozen times over, so it kind of like loses the spark for them, and
Yeah,
they
we go
just
on little archaeological test expeditions out into the near jungle.
oh,
Look at
okay,
the
okay.
outskirts of Omu, not Omu. Fuck, that didn't come here. Outskirts of Nianzru that partly made it through the reckoning just to do some minor archaeology.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Kids, you know there's a way to make the theme park more fun.
Oh yeah, how?
Well, don't tell your dad about this, but you go in there and use all your spells to try to get the dinosaurs on their backs.
Like make them fall over?
Yeah,
But won't that hurt them?
I don't know. Does it matter?
These kids are too good for you.
Well, yeah, one of them fell over a few nights back and twisted its ankle.
Oh, I did it? Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right. It sounds kind of mean.
They deserved it. I mean, I think they deserve it. I've never met them.
And he just like looks up at you for a while, and then he just goes, "Who hurt you?"
Teddy snitches get stitches, and then I walk away.
That's fucked up.
Someone write that down.
Can't tell
Someone
my
write that
kid
down.
snitches get stitches.
Teddy could beat me up if he wanted to.
Someone write that down and quote.
To a
You're
10-year-old
snitches get
child,
stitches.
snitches
Yeah.
get stitches.
That's great.
Yeah, man, I don't fuck around with. When it comes to my animal abuse, best believe.
I'm an S tier animal abuser. But all right. So, however you spend the days, eventually, the arena would come up,
Oh shit.
and especially the day before, a lot of hype. People are constantly talking about it. Really looking forward to who's going to be there. You get quite a lot of your fans, Ed, showing up asking you to sign stuff for them,
I'm not
wishing
again.
you the best of luck.
Oh, in
I
my
really love the
off time, could I have potentially came up with like a profanity filter cantrip?
Ooh,
What?
Ah,
That
good.
work?
that's
It's
that's
an illusion
interesting.
that changes all curse words, visual or auditory, into family-friendly words.
Would it be like an opposite of?
Might be a
Sonic
first or
version?
second level spell.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, it would be a
Oh, that sounds like a
reaction.
Yeah, reaction,
Yeah,
sure.
and then maybe what's that one spell? The one where like the spell is you tricking them into
Gift of
thinking it's the
Gab.
new thing. Yeah, what
That would
level
be a
is Gift
first
of
level
Gab?
spell.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought
so
it was second.
Might be second. Let me double check. Gift of Gab. Yeah, you're right. It's second.
okay, so yeah, it's a second level spell, we'll say, because it's this is very similar in nature to what that does. Reactionary, Wolfer's profanity filter. Sure, make me. We'll call it. Yeah, just do the usual 3 Arcana checks.
I am good at those.
Famously.
I'll re-roll that one with a sorcery point.
Oh, sorcery.
I will also re-roll that one with a sorcery point.
Okay. All right. You you spend some time on it, and you get your friends to assist you by occasionally spewing profanities, until finally, all of a sudden, it's basically the equivalent of the the town of Salem profanity filter, where like one of them goes to say "what the fuck," and then you just hear them go "what in tarnation."
What the flip?
But yeah, you do manage to get that going. What a fucking spell.
Crazy that these kids are 10 years old. This is not gonna work.
Look, you're the
Hey,
fuck
yeah.
guy. I'm gonna be using all my spell slots for this fight.
We can
Yeah,
outlast
you're
you.
doomed.
But yeah, you have it prepared just in time for the arena. And I'll say the morning of, it's a pretty big gathering, as a lot of crowds sort of shuffle into the southern portion of the city and head towards the arena, which I think I said, was it that is the arena, or is it the bigger one? I think it's the bigger one.
I think it was this one actually.
Yeah, that might be right. Yeah.
Because we thought it
Okay.
was this one, and Bean's like, no, it's this one.
Yeah, I think this is like the main temple. So yeah, all right, so we'll say that's the arena. You'd see a fair number of fans, some of the contenders outside, sort of gearing themselves up, getting ready. And then when you guys arrive, they would send a group over to escort you to, well, we'll call it more premium seats, and they
Yeah.
Betting.
oh, there is also betting if you wanted bet. That's right.
I would like to bet.
If you'd like to
Okay.
bet, come on now.
Yeah.
I would
So
like to bet.
on the way into the entrance, there's a bookie, and I believe I'd said last time it was a goblin. Yeah. So there's there's a goblin there, just kind of like standing on top of the table taking bets.
I would like to bet 1,200 on Ed to win.
Ah, Ed. Oh, fuck guy.
Fuck guy.
Yes.
Okay, 1,200 for fuck guy.
Yep.
I'll put a plat on
Fuck guy.
Okay. What names, by the way, we need for payout? Also here,
Jarvis Smith.
Jarvis. Okay, me no good, right? And then he like hands clipboards over to each of you to just fill out your.
I'll write down my
Jarvis
information.
will write it out.
Accidentally sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah.
I would like to
And,
receive, etc., etc.
yeah.
Like, no.
Don't say that. Yeah, and then I'll say I feel like Aaron would definitely bet, so I'll just ask
Just
him,
ask
what
him
he
how
would
much he's
bet.
guessed. Yeah. When you inevitably do bet.
And I'll say you see a couple of different names, which I have a thing for that. Just if anyone's curious.
Is Peter fighting? Peter from Gate Town.
Oh my god, Peter from Gate Town. What a beast.
Down. Oh, you're right. Yeah. He was the guy that was down in the Dwergar bar, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of far.
It's kind of far. Nah, unfortunately, there's no Peter. You would see. I have a thing for this. Give me a moment. Um. Okay. So you'd see a Billy Stump.
Really stuff.
You would once more, if I can forget his name, I'll find it though. We'll just say that you would remember it's one of the captains of the guard. Looks like he's back for redemption.
The guy. It was the guy. Wasn't his name like Lloyd or something? Why don't I remember Lloyd?
That sounds about right. I think it
Yeah.
might have been Lloyd. Yeah.
I'm feeling Lloyd.
So we'll say we'll say Lloyd, captain of the guard, one of the captains of the guard. Billy Stump. You would see a Phildal Bonray, with like a parentheses next to it. Leader of Webs We Weave.
Great spider silk clothes they sell there.
Webs We Weave God, yeah, I'm picturing like house music, upscale.
Great
Soho.
quilts too. Not for those who are with arachnophobia, but they're very soft.
You would also see a Heidi Snowbrew.
Oh, God. I get
And
bodied by a halfling.
and then there was two others. I gotta find their thing real quick. Where did I put it? This is killing me. Yeah. You would see Anoli and where the fuck is the other one? Oh, there we go. One by the name of Flux. And those would be the current names signed up.
Well, no one's betting on anyone but me, surely, right?
Yeah, the
I'm
payout's
going.
not gonna
I'm
be great.
Unless
putting
someone
300
speaks
on
to you.
Flux.
Yeah, why not? You gotta diversify your
Wait,
portfolio.
no. Who is the halfling?
So when you ask that, the goblin just goes, Billy Stump.
No, keep going. What was I think it was a lady's name.
There's something Snowbrew.
Oh yeah.
Lady
I thought she
Snowbrew,
was a halfling too.
she dwarf.
Oh, 300 on her.
Okay.
I guess
Gotta
that
keep
actually
Ed
makes more
honest.
sense. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And that's under the name of Johnny.
Under Johnny. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my name.
Okay. Yeah, you sign and then he passes you the clipboard.
I start accidentally writing Bruce, but then switch to Johnny quick.
Like
This
Bruce,
bee looks
aren't you
kinda like a J.
wanted?
I change it quick.
Someone who's wanted by the government. Do you have a disguise on?
No.
Oh boy. I gotta.
Uh-oh.
Let's. We'll
I will,
take-
however, I will cast Sending on Sana and ask if she wants to watch the fight from Kabi, like fly up to like the roof or one of these high pillars or something, and watch it up there.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. She'll respond to you saying that she was going to come along, and that she'll meet you outside. Where's who I am looking for? I apologize. I did not fully prepare. I thought a little bit more would happen before this. I have like
That's
the
fine.
notes, but I don't have all the things yet. I'm gonna try and make it real quick here. Actually, where is that bastard? He. Okay, I gotta transfer him. Let's see. You know what? I know it's a little bit early. Let's do a little tenor so that I can try and figure this out. All right, apologies for the intermission, but as you head into the arena, the crowd beginning to pick up as they have you and the other participants walk out into the middle of the fighting pit. You would look and see your friends over in the stands, as well as Bruce and Sana up on Kabi, just chilling up towards like the precipice of the arena, looking down. And instead of the random goblin last time, you instead see this ostentatiously dressed goblin in a wig and a familiar face sitting next to him in the sort of overseer / announcer box. The goblin would hop up in his chair and stand on top of the railing at the edge. Well, looks like it's that time of year again, where you fight for the pleasure of others in order to claim victory and glory for yourselves. Garner yourself with laurels and gold. I am Georgie, the rules wizard. This arena is going to be a little different, guys. Magic will be allowed in a capacity that does not interfere with the patrons. But since you'll be fighting multiple fights back to back, should you succeed, be sure not to overexert your arcane capabilities. Also, I am told that we have participating once again in defending his glorious title, the former arena champion, and perhaps soon to be continuing current arena champion, Ed, the fuck guy, as
Fuck.
the crowd just, fuck guy! Oh, where are you gonna
God,
cast the
fuck
spell?
God, fuck God, fuck God.
Tarnation! Oh, that was weird.
No, it's only within 10 feet.
Oh,
targets
okay.
I
So your
choose
kids don't hear
up
it.
to my charisma modifier.
All right. Yeah. So
Say
your
goodbye
kid.
to all your spell slots, buddy.
As well as the other contestants, we have another returning participant, Lloyd, captain of the Chilton Guard. You hear a fair bit of cheers rising from the crowd. One or two boos, but they're quickly hushed. And some other interesting individuals from across the realms. From Glacier Break, we have Hildy Snowbrew. There's a few cheers from a group of dwarves over in the nosebleed section. She looks over in their direction and waves. We also have a famous gunslinger from where was he from again? And Octavian leans forward and whispers something in his ear. And he goes, "Oh, right! From the Badlands! The gunslinger, mysterious, known as Flux!" There's some clapping. They don't really know this guy. As well as from the Union, Billy Stump! There's some cheers. And Stump. Yeah, there's a few halflings. They're like, "Stumpy! Show 'em what for!" And last but not least, and finally, from the Confederacy, oh boy, you came a long way. Findal Bonray! Dead silent.
Fuck, I should have bet on him. He's got sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the. Fuck this. I'll give you a couple little jump scares. There's Flux. There's good old Hildy.
That's just default paladin dwarf.
That bitch got a gun.
Billy Stump.
No.
Yeah, you're done.
Right,
And Lloyd.
Billy Stump's gonna fucking dust
Default
me.
human fighter. What is this? We got
Look,
default
I.
dwarf
Hey,
and default
hey.
human.
Hey, he was default human fighter last time, and the default human fighter is styling. So
Yeah, he's awesome.
She's not the default one.
No,
The
she
default
does
one
look
is.
like the dwarf paladin in the player's handbook.
Yeah. She
oh,
does.
that's a crossbow. I thought that was a weird ass like rifle. Okay.
So
It just
because I
looks like a
couldn't
crossbow,
find.
it's actually a rifle.
She does.
It
She does
actually
have a
is a
gun.
rifle.
She does have a gun. Yes. It is a pistol. But yeah. So after that, Georgie would say, "And with all of the contestants announced, we will very shortly be proceeding to what you have all come here to see. But first, a word from our sponsors. Machina Industries, the #1 place to get all of your potion needs. Not to mention, if you ever find yourself in a pinch and need a replacement for a lost limb, Machina Industries." I am Georgie, the Rules Wizard, representative of the Moderate Himbo Alliance. Let the games begin! As he just like bamfs right back into his seat. So first up, let's see. Who are you gonna fight first? Let's get a little roster going. Well, there's 5 people. Sure, that works. All right. All right, so they would bring y'all back into your respective areas below. You'd have like some folks giving you some water,
Pit crews.
and the crew, the pit crew. And shortly thereafter, as the cheers begin once again, and you just hear, "Fuck guy, fuck guy, fuck guy," and then they'd lead you towards the entryway as you come back out into the arena, and you see standing across from you Billy Stump.
Well, that was muted.
and-
This guy looks like the Mad Magazine kid, or like the Mad TV. He's fucking with me.
And he let himself go.
Yeah, he's just covered in like the most ridiculous armor.
He's fucking greasy. He's an oily guy.
He's an oily guy.
Might be hard to grapple him.
Uh, but as he walks out, both of you across from each other, Georgie would throw up a hand and shoot fireworks into the sky, and as they explode, he goes, "Begin!"
Oh, this fucking guy. Alright. Alright. We roll good. Okay.
As is tradition.
Yes.
What is NPC HP? What is token has HP?
And just like mechanics wise, I recall from the last one, there were not short rests in between, right? It was like back to back to back.
There was there? I think before the final fight there might have been. I don't remember.
I think there wasn't. There definitely wasn't after every fight.
No, it was depending on like how many people were fighting in between. I think there was like short rests at first, but like as people got eliminated, that went away.
Yeah, that sounds more accurate. to
Okay,
what
so
it
maybe a
was.
short rest after this one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to set his token real quick. The other one's set just fine. NPCs, so there we go. Alright, let me roll for Billy Stump.
Come on, Billy. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy.
Druid of the old ways.
Don't give me that shit. Don't give me a druid of the old ways, 5e. Oh, I don't want to face a magic guy. He said it's the magic fighting tournament. Oh, man. Give me
He looks over towards you and he goes, "Alright, big guy, you're real famous here. So I guess I really gotta put on a show if I want to earn my way to the top." And you watch as he kind of like puts the club that he's holding like on his belt, and his body begins to morph as he...
Hell no. Oh, shit. Well,
Oh god, I think that's...
oh my god.
Shit!
Is that huge, 5e?
I don't think it should be that size, is it? Oh yeah, no, it
Crocodile
is.
that?
Giant? Is it like a giant alligator 5e or something?
Giant crocodile 5e.
Oh, that's got to be a thing.
Giant
Oh,
crocodile's
God.
huge.
Oh man. What?
I'll just move him over to the side as he turns into the giant crocodile.
All right, little guy.
Fun fact: that art is actually from 4th edition.
And he moves. He moves right over here, and that's his turn.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
You're up.
Druids, what the shit? Well, Bruce trained me in fighting animals, so Oh, 30 feet, how convenient. Giant crocodile 5e. I'm gonna fucking walk on over there. And bonus action giant smite.
Alright.
And make fucking, I'm gonna attack a little bit. I'm gonna do a little attacking. I'll swing down on this big old Croco.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, 25 is definitely
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
hit.
Oh yeah. Dog shit rolls though.
Alright, 20 damage. Alright, you walk right up to this thing as it's like hissing at you and just punch it right in its massive jaw.
Alright, this makes for is good entertainment. Alright.
Hey, yeah, you come around and bah, hit it from the other side as it
Whoa.
like snaps its head. For 16.
Alright, little guy, last one.
Yeah, 18 will still hit.
And smack.
17, okay. As you come in with the next one, just uppercut it, and as the big head just kind of like snaps up for a second, falls back down and rolls to the side, and then he shakes it and it hisses at you and slowly opens the big jaw. It's already looking past bloodied.
Right?
Then it will. Gonna try and bite you.
Oh, shock. He's gonna shock me. That's a miss.
He's rocked. The jaw doesn't open all the way, and the bite does not come the way he expected it to. And then he just kind of swings his body around for a quick tail whip, and also you just easily jump over it.
Damn. He's out of his element. Alright. I will. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna make a swing attack. I'm gonna swing at him.
Well, yeah, crocodiles can't open their mouth. They don't have the muscle strength to match the closing strength. In the opposite
What
direction.
What a design flaw.
Oh, it's
Are you
Yeah, that's
punching
true.
him or are you grappling him?
I am punching him because I can only grapple as a bonus action after I've hit with an attack.
Gotcha. Okay,
Rules,
yeah.
rules, rules,
31
rules.
definitely hits.
Yes. Okay. Whack. Now I will like wrap my arm around Billy Stump's mouth, and I will attempt to grapple him.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that.
No, no, no.
Got a +5 really bad.
Plus
but-
5 strength.
Yeah, they got some good strength, but yeah, you manage to wham him again, come around and wrap your arm underneath the jaw, just keeping it closed. It keeps trying to hiss through just like a little gap.
And as I do, I'm going to slash at it with the other hand. Where's my... not it.
Oh, this is an old Ed token.
This one? Oh yeah, it is. This is an old dead token. Yeah, this must have been first
First time here.
first pit battle, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, as you hit him with that next one, you just like punch straight down in between the eyes, and he pops out of the form, but you do have him grappled.
Oh yeah, he just reappears when my arm is around him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to...
His face is in your armpit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
give him a gut punch.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hey, welcome back, little guy.
The fuck? Alrighty.
Got any more tricks?
Oh, I'm just getting started.
That's what I want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, why not? Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. I'm just getting started. No, he doesn't have that. His head like in your pit, and you feel like his arms moving around within your big muscly embrace, and then all of a sudden there's like a cracking sound as he blasts a thunder wave into you.
Oh, that blast me. Can save. Okay.
All right, I think that's only half
half?
damage. Let me double
Damage and he's
check.
not moved.
Yeah,
I'm
half
not
damage.
moved.
from that
Oh,
move.
I see.
Damn.
I see.
Yeah, you're trying to get out.
You ain't going nowhere.
But he does that, and
15 minutes of playtime.
it's like, oh feck, and then you feel like
Yeah.
the club start to come out, and then you could just kind of barely make it out as like you're looking down at him. All of a sudden, you watch the club get like sheathed in some form of magical energy, and that's his turn.
Shalana.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna give... Ooh, oh wait, hold on.
Okay, that
Bonk
takes a
him.
little extra damage, a little bonkage.
That just needs to be read at the top of his turn. Or my turn. Where the fuck did I... Oh, each of my turns. Okay, okay. Okay, that's a bonk. I think I'm just gonna heal myself by bonus action, so I get my charge back. Not a scratch. And now I'm just gonna fucking lay into poor little Billy.
Poor Billy. Yeah, 22, yep. 'Cause you're just punching him as you're holding him, fucking punching him in the head.
Alright, how are we holding up, Billy? How you doing?
You hit him with the first one and he like spits some blood out and a tooth goes flying. Oh, I'm still hanging on!
Alright, buddy.
Round 2 it is,
Probably-
Billy.
Probably not for long. Yeah, that'll... you just hit him again.
Just let me know when, Billy.
Third one, he's like, I can still keep going, and the fucking third one hits him in the head. At this point, after that round of attacks, he is already looking bloody.
Attaboy, Billy. That's my turn.
Alrighty. And then he squirms a little bit and like pushes himself up a little bit further, or at least that's what you're thinking at first,
Oh, you're
that
not
he's trying to
doing
get out. And then he's just gonna. He has got a lot of tricks, but he can do this again.
Yeah, you can do that.
As he just turns into the big crocodile. This time, however, your arm not quite wrapped around its jaw, as he managed to kind of pull his head out from your pit, and it just goes in for a bite where your arm sort of connects there in that armpit shoulder area.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Ouch. And after the bite, just kind of locking his jaw in place on your arm, he then just kind of like you watch one of the eyes turn and look down, and he tries to whap you in one of your legs just behind the knee with his tail. And misses.
Now this is more like it. So I would have to use my action to break free from this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Should I? Or should I not? Actually, question. If I try to make a pushing attack,
If
or
you're
like a shove,
successfully able to move him away, that breaks the grapple.
would that break the
Yeah.
grapple? Okay. Alright, so my first attack, I'm going to make a grapple check to try and shove, to basically like rip the teeth out of my arm.
Okay.
You have disadvantage because you're restrained.
No,
32
I'll take the 32.
32. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Oh, finally a good roll, but no. All right. So was it shove moves 5 or 10 back?
Shove is 5.
5. Okay.
Ah, Jesus. Alright.
So you're both no longer grappled.
Alright, 2 more attacks. Ooh.
The 15. Yeah, actually.
Okay. Smack.
Oh, meaty.
And, okay. Well, let's just whack again. Oh, whatever. Hurry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just forgot to remove that. So this would be 17 damage, not 27 damage.
Okay. All right. As you push him off of you and lay into him for 2 more punches.
How much is that? It's 20.
Yeah, the bite was 28. Alrighty. He kind of like starts skittering around and like moves around here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tries to go for a bite on your ankle.
That hits. Hey, come on. Get off of me. Yeah.
Alrighty, and then he will try and whap the other leg behind the knee with the tail. Nope. But his jaws, he's locked in on you again.
Oh, you don't death roll me. Alright, I'm gonna heal myself. And I'm gonna... How's the croc looking at this point?
The croc is bloodied.
Alright, I think I can bring Billy back. Oh, and I'm restrained. Shit. You know what? I think I'll try and tank the
Croc ate
disadvantage
Billy.
this time to heal the fucking croc ate Billy.
Until Billy comes.
18.
Come back to me, Billy!
18 will hit him. You're just like punching down on him, like hitting him in the neck area, trying to get him to let you go.
Get back here, Billy. Oh, close.
15, yeah, 15 hits. AC is 15.
14. So I could miss. But I have to roll a 1.
Yeah.
Surely that won't happen, right? Ooh! Ooh!
Just hits.
Alright. Does he come back?
That is it 4 plus 9, 13? That's exactly as much health
Yes!
as well.
Oh, Billy!
Alright.
All right,
As-
how many more of those you got, Billy?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tapped out on those, but I've got some other tricks. And yeah, you're no longer grappled or restrained.
God damn, it's not what I wanted to hear. All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Billy, Billy. Yeah. Use. Yeah. Okay. Billy casts a spell, and you would watch as thorned vines would
Yeah.
erupt from the ground
Yeah,
directly.
counter spell. Counter spell.
Yeah, counter spell.
Is that how that works? Well, Bruce says it works. Counter spell.
Nice try. And yeah, as
counterspell. Yeah, I think he is, Fiona.
he has a wall of thorns
Oh my
appear.
Jesus.
So yeah, he'd have it go like right through to try and tangle you.
Albeit sturdy and painful.
Not the hedge of death.
It's the edge of death. So yes, you have to make each creature within this area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Right,
So-
but I ain't good at those. Oh,
Okay. All right, so you take half of 78. Low rolls. So 10. And that is, yeah, that's all Billy can do. How's that one, big guy?
It is fucked up. What the hell? It's pissing me off. Last time there was a wall like this, I couldn't see it. Think about that. I'm gonna.
Oh, you can't see that hurts you.
Damn, I can't even. Wait, so the wall is like here?
Yeah, it's going through
Here.
60 feet. Yep.
So I can't move because Billy's there, huh?
Well, no, your
Well, I guess I
size bigger, so I
I
think
could
you can move to the side, I believe.
move here.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Move through a wall. So for every 1 foot the
1
creature
foot is 4 feet.
Yeah. So
So if that would be a 5 foot.
yeah,
So I'm 20.
yeah,
Okay.
which I think you'd have 10 left over.
Okay, that could be worse.
I'll throw him into his own wall.
I'm throwing him into his own wall. Yeah, I'm going to scoop him up and I'm going to toss him into the wall.
Okay.
Just like arm sweep down, scoop him up by the tush, and in one fluid motion.
I don't even think he could. He could not possibly. Yeah, no. All right, yeah, in one fluid motion, he doesn't even expect it. You just scoop him up and throw him into the wall, which is a creature that enters it. Yeah,
First time
I
the
mean,
creature enters, yeah.
so
Another
he
halfling in the wall.
just another halfling in the wall. Was it 78? 78. He's out. as you take him and he's like, no, don't throw me, and then he hits into it, gets all tangled up in the mess, just all shredded up by the thorny vines, and you watch him lose consciousness, and the vines just kind of duck back down into the
Oh,
ground.
okay. That worried me. I'll catch him.
Alrighty. And when you do, the crowd erupts into cheers, and Georgie just goes, "Well, that was unexpected. I think in some places tossing small folk is illegal, but hey, whatever works.
Hey, no one told me about that. Ah, shit.
It's not illegal here. Congratulations. You'll be proceeding to the next round." As medics would rush out with a little, God, what is the word? Gurney, and take him from you, put him on it, and rock him back down into the below. As you would shrink down, and the first round would be over.
Yay.
So I was thinking about a thing, which I'm not quite fully sure how to implement it here, but to give everybody else a bit of a chance to do something as well, give me a moment. I do have this in my notes. This should take significantly less time to find. Where is the PDF? I actually had come up with this idea for Bruce's wedding. Alright, so let's see.
Being able to reuse content for something that never happened.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Did I? Don't tell me I got rid of it. That's gonna frustrate me. Okay. So, effectively the idea was this. That during his turn, because the implementation was going to be for Bruce, because he would have had to do a combat trial of his own, and I figured he might need a little bit of assistance because it wasn't going to be a magic-based thing, and so basically, I'll add an initiative count 20, and you guys can cheer for him. If you manage to get the cheer picked up through the crowd via one of you making a successful performance check, but so that we don't abuse it in the sense of Aaron's going to be rolling it every single time, someone else will lead the chant or do something specifically. And if you can successfully arouse the crowd, then Ed will be allowed to add a d4 to one of his attack rolls. Each time that the crowd is encouraged and you maintain the favor of the crowd / his momentum, that die can cumulatively increase to a max of a d12 for one roll each of his turns. But if you lose the crowd, the DC for gaining their favor back will increase, and you will go down a tier in the dice.
I like it.
And if the crowd is not favorable at all, there is the potential for you to start getting the negative dice. So like a Bane, like a minus D4, minus D6 type deal.
My party wouldn't do that to me.
Yes,
I don't
certainly
know,
they all
dude.
put their money on you.
Yeah, all their money.
People put a lot of money.
I mean, I was a responsible adult and only bet a platinum, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. Fuck you guys.
So I'll say you head back down. And yeah, because the enemies this time around are going to be a bit tougher. So you can you could get the equivalent of a short rest as the next two fights take place.
Amazing. Okay. I'll just get my hit points. I think I was pretty conservative with my things anyway.
But during this time, as Ed heads back down below, and you realize that perhaps there is a way for you guys to get the crowd to work in your favor, maybe through some form of intuition or a suggestion from Aaron, because he's good at performances. You would watch as Lloyd, the captain of the guard, and Flux would proceed out into the arena. The fight would start off pretty quick, momentum in favor of Lloyd. Him quickly making strikes at Flux, managing to score a few here and there, but it seems as though his metallic, warforged exterior is kind of taking more of the brunt of the hits and not fully affecting him as much as Lloyd would like. And then Flux just starts like literally dodge rolling around the arena and like coming up from the dodge rolls onto one knee and shooting Lloyd, sometimes in the arm, sometimes in the leg, never going for a kill shot, but managing to disarm him on more than one occasion, leaving quite a number of flesh wounds. Finally, at some point, Lloyd decides to just straight up charge him and tackle him to the ground and starts beating him to a pulp. But, well, trying to punch a metal man doesn't work too well, even for a hardened veteran like Lloyd. And the pain of his now effectively broken knuckles does not work in his favor as he gets flung off by Flux, who then proceeds to lay into him with a series of shots. Finally, as the dust settles, Flux stands over him, pistol pointed at his head, and then instead of shooting him, just shoots it up into the air, and Lloyd, ashamed, forfeits.
Oh, Lloyd.
And then a little bit more time would go by as people go around, maybe buy some food from the vendor carts that are now making their way through the stands, selling ballpark weenies with mustard and fuck. Morgan's not here to go hot dog weenie. And some like meat skewers and the like. And then sure, some peanuts and popcorn sort of type deal. And then the next group would come out and you would see Findal and Heidi. As you begin to watch Heidi fight, her pistol in one hand, cutlass in the other, it's very reminiscent of the captain who was in charge of the Gatetown gate during the defense. And as you're kind of watching her fight, you begin to see some similarities between the two of them. You think perhaps she might have been his apprentice, or maybe they could be related. Who knows with dwarves? That's racist. They go back and forth, her keeping him on the back foot as she keeps making these very precise swipes and pokes, managing to draw blood from the drow, almost knocking his cool sunglasses off, and firing shots here and there, though a number of them miss. But then he begins to lay into her, first with a scimitar, and then seemingly, you hadn't noticed before, but he had other weapons at his disposal as a whip cracks out and wraps around her hand, causing her to drop her pistol. And then him moving in for the kill and dealing some quite devastating blows with the scimitar, and then backing off, strangely, as there's a lull in the fight. The crowd begins to get quiet, and they wonder what's going to happen next. She gets a little mad, runs over, picks up her pistol, fires a shot off at him, and goes to rush him. But then just before she gets to him, falls over. When she does, she attempts to get back up. There's a weakness in her limbs now that wasn't there before, but perhaps through her dwarven bloodline or some luck on her side, she manages to get back up again, and the fight continues. He's constantly harassing her, the whip cracking out and disarming her, and then firing a hand crossbow that you hadn't previously seen, that he seemingly just has like come out on like a sling, almost like automated within the cloak of his arm sleeve words. The fight goes on for a while longer. She seems to be holding out against whatever tricks he seems to have. But finally, you hear the whip crack one more time as she's pulled off of her feet and slammed down to the ground. And he shoots a crossbow bolt right next to her head. She goes to pull herself back up again, but finally succumbs to her wounds as the medics rush out, throw her on the stretcher, and he is declared the victor.
God damn it.
This guy's a motherfucker.
Well, there goes my money. I mean Johnny's money.
Yeah, there goes Johnny's.
The kids are booing this
what-
round.
I have a question during that fight.
Yeah.
Did this magic dish seem to be like a type of poison or magical effect?
Make a medicine check.
I'm gonna lay down some guidance with this. $13.
You've studied a fair bit of things, and in that silly mind of yours, they all kind of swirl around, and at this current moment in time, you're not quite sure if it was poison, though it sounds logical. It's what they're known for, but at the same time, drow are tricky. It could be magic too. You're unsure. If it were poison, you feel like she would have succumbed faster.
But she's a dwarf, right?
Right.
Dwarfs are naturally resilient to poison.
True, but would Jarvis know that?
Yes.
Yes.
Walter's talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so sure, maybe you can discern that. Why not? I gotta do a little dent pile.
Where's Ed? Where's Ed relative to me? Is he
I
like?
think I have like a spot down near the bottom, but I think I remember last time people were able to like check in.
Yeah, they can come visit you.
Since everyone has an earring now, is Ed within 500 feet?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm up to Jim. Be wary if you go up against that drow. That whip may be poisoned.
Yeah, that guy's a sneaky fucker. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Poison, I can do. I can deal with that.
If you want, maybe just rip the whip away from him if you get close enough.
Yeah, I could try that. Thanks, Jarva.
No problem.
And if you'd like, if he cheats in any way against you, I could level the playing field in a way without anyone knowing.
Yeah, remember my policy. Don't cheat for me unless you see them cheating.
I didn't know you had that policy, but that's a good policy to have.
Oh, yeah, I told the others before you were around.
Yeah, I've tried a lot to get him to change that policy, but he is stuck in his ways.
Yeah, whatever.
But as you rest up for a little bit and your friends come and visit you, let you know what's going on, eventually you'd hear the chant begin rising again. Fuck guy, fuck guy, fuck guy. As Walter
Great.
hastily spams his Wilford
Fuck,
fuck.
how many spell slots you got left? Fuck, God, fuck, God.
I mean, he does it over a small period of time.
Are there any like braziers or torches lit up anywhere?
Yeah. I'd say that like these big bowls are kind of supposed to be that, but this one over
Waiting for the fire
here,
alarm.
this one over here where Bruce is just chilling, we'll say it's not lit. They haven't lit all of them up. They have like the bottom right one and the top
It is
left
during
one
the
are
day.
lit. Yeah, it is during the day. You think that those big ones are like more ceremonial, but they don't have like any of the little torches lit up yet for like the night scene.
Well, any of the ones that are lit up, Jarvis through pyrotechnics will essentially do a little display, and if possible, make the explosion spell out Ed's name.
With the backwards E.
Yep.
Okay. All right. As you come out to that, Ed, and you see across from you,
Whoa. I was one of these motherfuckers with guns. Bullshit.
The mysterious stranger New Vegas sound plays.
yeah. Wah, wah, wah. And Georgie would stand up again. Well, things have been riveting. Looks like we're on to the next fight. Flux versus Ed, the fuck guy. This one's gonna be interesting.
Did my display at all help?
You know what? Make a performance check.
Ooh,
Give me a little
I'm
something.
gonna stop a bit of guidance because best I can do.
Can you make
And
the case for a different check?
Intelligence
anything,
performance
it
because
would-
he's manipulating.
Yeah, I would
the
argue that this is like, yeah, that's
it
intelligence
would be
and not
if
like,
anything. It would be
because he's not
either
performing, he's just casting a spell to.
That's true. Yeah.
Do the-
Okay. So then I guess make a Arcana check.
Arcana or spell works either way.
Delicious.
Okay. Sure. You know what? Why not? I'll say the crowd's pretty riled, and you're gaining their favor. You can add a D4 to one of your attacks.
Yay!
Oh
Um,
man, I'm entering the zone.
As the fuck disappears, Georgie would fire off his own sparks into the air, and a big boom as a starburst would begin to sprinkle down. And he'd go, begin!
Okay. Oh. How the turns have tabled.
Modified sheet. Yes, we'll do.
Cannot state the master vigilance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Master of Vigilance. Fucking
Master of
playing
Vigilance.
Oblivion right now, you motherfucker.
No way.
Stop right
there, Colonel
Scott.
And then I'll add
Interrupted the
a.
cheat.
We'll make that 20. And I'll say
Oh,
that
gotta be fucking.
that was Jarvis acted on that one, so you already have
Okay,
the
okay.
D4. All right.
One time I rolled good initiative. It makes me mad.
Alrighty. Yeah. He takes a step forward, kind of like waits for a second, and strangely for some reason, some wind blows across the arena, kicking up a little bit of dust as seemingly out of nowhere, a tumbleweed.
Yeah, where'd that tumbleweed come from?
Tumbleweeds
Lord.
don't come until like the 1900s. They're still
And
in
yet,
Russia.
and yet, and yet, do you see it or do you see it?
As it just goes across, and you kind of like watch it, and you only looked away from him for the briefest second, just as it like crossed his path, and all of a sudden the gun's out, and bang, bang, 2 shots ring out.
Not the bang bang. Nope, nope. Plink plink off of my armor.
Blink, blink. And then he moves up over here.
Alright, get over here. Get over here. Let's... well...
Run the full.
Oh, 30. Yeah, get me over there. We're 35 feet. I do have javelins. What are javelins again? Are they 2040? 2060?
Was it
Yeah,
30, 60?
30, 120. Oh, it just doesn't I think that's what I will have to do. Yeah, maybe I will this time use a dash action, and then I guess that'll get me right up in his face, but I won't be able to do anything yet. I'll just be like, hi.
Okay.
Bonus
Alright.
action, giant smite.
Very, very good.
Hi, expand.
As you run up
That'll
and
be my turn.
grow in front of him, he kind of like leans back a little bit to look up towards your eyes. And you would now notice what previously wasn't there before. There's like it almost looks like a cigar, but it seems to be made out of metal. And the end
Smoking
kind of like
battery.
glows.
Ooh.
On initiative count 20, if anyone would like to do anything to get the crowd going. And I'll say if you think Aaron would do something, I can give somebody Aaron's sheet to make a thing.
I will try to hop on Kabi and start the wave.
Start the way!
You gotta
like,
start
fly
the
around.
wave.
Yeah, I'll fly around and try to point at the crowd and try to have them follow along.
Okay. I think that would be a performance check.
I'm very good at these.
The
Alright.
kids are into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say not the entire crowd joins in because they're not quite sure at first what it is that you want them to do, but as they begin to see what the others are doing, eventually you do end up getting a wave going that would ripple from your side all the way around to the other. And we'll say that your D4 is now a d6.
Holy shit, that's universal language.
It's the universal language. Just like throwing up the shotgun means peace. Alrighty. Good shit, Bruce. Alright. Lux, he... Yeah. You watch as he kind of takes the cigar out of his mouth, or seeming cigar, and slots it into something on the revolver as it begins to glow a bright red. And he take another 2 shot, which surprisingly not a disadvantage.
Miss and miss?
Damn. And then he will, after taking the 2 shots up at you, he will thrust his arm forward, and you watch as, very similar to something that Jarvis used to have, as a blade just slides out of the arm, and he attempts to stab you in your Achilles.
Nar. Oh, no,
Nar.
no.
Big Gnar. He then dodge rolls to
Yeah.
over here.
Starts
Whoa.
his dodge roll.
Look at the moves.
Ed, you're up.
All right, nice toys, little guy. Yeah, I don't want this guy to go anywhere. I'm gonna whack him.
Okay.
I'm always like, I could take out Balmung, but then I'd kill everyone. Not happening. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
24 will hit. Oh,
Delightful. Delicious.
meaty.
It's like bringing out a legendary artifact to deal with a regular pit.
Now, mechanics question that I've never been using because I didn't know if it was a thing. Can I use a grapple action to knock someone prone? Is that a thing?
Yes,
Is that
you
a
can
shove
choose
action that
to
you can do?
shove, grapple, or knock someone prone as part of that action attack.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Wow, a new horrible weapon has been added to my arsenal, Dylan.
God.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to knock this guy prone. I'm just
Okay.
gonna do a big old
Oh,
like,
if it's
sweep.
your bonus action grapple from Tavern Brawler, it can only be a grapple.
Oh, okay.
Or grapple
Yeah,
wherever it's
yeah,
from. But
Interesting,
you can
interesting.
swap out one of your attacks with a
Yeah,
knock
okay,
someone
okay.
prone.
So
and
that
then
so that
grapple
is also
bonus
so that is okay. So that's
Yeah. And a good thing to remember too is he's small, so there's nothing to worry about with this. But you know, if that's something you're going to be trying to do more going forward, like knocking people prone and stuff, I do think the size thing applies. So
Right,
if you're
against your big
fucking
beasties.
huge, yeah.
okay. Good to know. Alright, well I am gonna use my bonus action to grapple this guy, because I want him to keep fucking dodge rolling.
Okay.
It's a slippery little guy.
All
So
right.
34 is a 34.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think he can.
The boss used his grabbing attack and failed to dodge in time.
Yeah, you grab him. You hit him with that first one, and it kind of like stuns him for a second, and you would see like the eyes flash a different color very briefly, as you then grab him, and he is a grab out.
Yeah, I'm palming this guy's face. And that's my first attack.
Yeah, you go on attack.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, 14 misses.
Let's try and add that D. Is it a D4 or D6?
It's a d6.
Let's try and add that D6.
Alrighty.
Big money. Big money.
Which gives
Wins.
you an 18.
18.
Unfortunately, just misses.
Okay. And there's a
Oh, I mean that wasn't gonna miss.
there you go.
Okay. 7.
All right, he's in wallop.
Alrighty.
All right, any more tricks?
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like squints his eyes. You're not quite sure. Actually, well, no, you were present for that. The way he's squinting his eyes, it doesn't seem like out of anger. You think that he's focusing on his target, and you distinctly remember a fair number of the people during the gunslinger competition doing that.
This is what they do.
This is what they do. But on initiative count 20, is anyone going to try anything to get that crowd going?
You know, fuck it. I'm going to summon Binky's hammer and point at Ed with it, and kind of like start making like a waving motion to like get the crowd to cheer him on.
Giant
Oh, yeah.
finger.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Make a was it the spell casting check? Okay. Yeah. So I had a specific DC in mind, and then yeah. So that you definitely all right. Okay. So the crowd starts looking over at the hand, and at first there's a couple of like strange looks, and even Georgie kind of looks over like holding a hand up as if like he's about to get ready to just get rid of it, but then realizes that you're not planning on interfering as they begin to cheer, and the hand just does more motions to encourage it, and then he just kind of like goes, oh, okay, that's fine.
Are there
So
people?
now-
Are there people who are like up behind, who are like, "What the fuck? I can't see shit."
Yeah. Some of the people behind the hand are like, I can't see nothing. What the hell?
Pointing at Ed, and then kind of.
Oh, over the middle.
It's not
Okay.
like right over you guys though. That'd be
Okay.
fucking funny.
All right.
It's like,
Never
yeah, fuck you
mind.
guys.
But yeah, so you start doing that, and yeah, so your D6 is now a D8.
Holy.
Coming to Flux. Still keeping that squint as 2 shots ring off. Bang. Bang.
Those are both misses. AC's 21.
Oh, damn.
It's also unfortunate his gun misfires on a 10.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it's so crazy how that happens.
You would then watch as within your grasp, he kind of like flicks the cylinder out, and instead of watching 6 shells fall down, this strange, almost like a cylindrical, like a smaller cylinder just drops out from within it, and then he just quickly thumbs a new one in, spins it, and snaps it back into place as he then attempts to stab your arm that is holding him with the arm blade. Nope.
Oh,
Very unfortunate.
not great rolls for our boy.
No, he's not been rolling good, but he does still have some tricks up his sleeve. He tries to stab you, and for whatever reason, for the briefest moment, you don't look directly at him. You kind of like look at your arm like, oh, nice try. And in his place, you would see a little red stick with the wick on the end of it just burnt as it, boom, goes off. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Just kaboomed me. Pretty good.
Okay. So that is a success. You only take half damage. So that'll be 8 force as boom, this stick of dynamite goes off. And you see him standing across from you as once more the dust just kind of blows across.
Damn, he's
You're
so
not-
badass though.
You're not quite sure how he did it, but
Just to quickly clarify, did he just reload a Destiny style revolver?
he might have.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Nothing, just
Eh?
one make sure I heard it correctly.
Damn, those like advanced soap on a rope maneuvers. But how's he looking? He's not bloody yet.
He
I don't understand if
is.
it's done.
Hell of anything. Yeah, he is. He's not quite bloody.
Okay. All right. Well, I will heal myself. Bring them back home. Mama said, "Not cute." Ow. That is a hit.
Yes, that
If
is
I
a
am
hit.
not mistaken.
That is correct. That was a hit. Okay.
And I'm going to use this attack to try and knock him prone.
Okay.
Wicked leg. Let me roll again. Because I have advantage. Okay. Ooh.
Good roll, but not enough to beat that 28. You sweep his legs out from under him as he falls on his back.
Alright, my friend. Face punch.
Oh yeah, face
Let it
punch.
knock him prone. Alright. Right.
Alrighty. For another 13.
And that would be my turn.
Alright. As we come back to count 20. And contributions. And I'll say too, also Marcus is technically there, so if someone wants Marcus or Aaron to do a thing.
So we do have Aaron.
Do you have Aaron?
Does Aaron know the
With his
okay?
instrument.
He's got his instruments, yeah.
Play a quick little ditty about Ed beating a robot. Man versus machine.
Okay. Alright, I'll let me get his thing real quick. Sure, why not? He starts very much in the style of oh man, who is that guy? The dude that like beat the train with the two hammers, you know,
John
like
Henry.
John Henry, yeah. So like a very like John Henry-esque, like quick little ballad he starts strumming out. And I think he does have the glamour weave, which I think gives him a +2 to that.
Ooh.
So I'll say that he activates that, and yeah.
He's
Let's
a
do
steel
his
driving man.
steel driving man. So I think that would be a 23. As he gets the song going, and no one knowing the lyrics, just kind of like they all start.
And it actually makes a D4. It's a D4.
Oh, it's a
+2.
D4. A D4 +2. Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just, instead of a +2, it's a D4.
Oh, then that's a 25.
So it's
Okay.
a +4. Amazing.
So, yeah, they all start just kind of like stomping along to sort of give like a drum beat almost and clapping along to the rhythm, which I believe brings the 8 up to a 10.
Holy shit. The real John Henry would be alive.
Yes.
He's probably level 20.
He's Would he be a barbarian or would he be a fighter?
One
'Cause I feel like-
case for either.
Like a relentless rage? Like he'd be like a berserker barbarian, so he could just keep hitting the rocks.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more not berserker, but more, I don't know, subtle.
A
He's
fighter,
got-
but with the barbarian rage mechanic of the berserker.
The brutal, yeah. Flux here. You watch as he just kind of like lifts his legs up and hops to his feet from prone. And then you would watch as a gust of wind would sweep across as his
So
Cloak.
cool every time.
his duster would spread wide, and you'd see that he has 3 other pistols.
No fucking
One
way.
hand draws one of them, and then you watch as 2 additional hands come out from behind and
Oh,
draw
so
the other
cool.
2. And then 4 shots are gonna ring out.
Oh, kick. Jesus. 2 hits.
2 hits? Okay.
Ow and Yowza. 20. I will Stone's Endurance. Maybe I ought to. Alright, so 8, 12 plus 25 plus 8. Jesus.
Alrighty.
That's 33 damage. Yowza. Okay.
And then he will yeah. He's going to dodge roll, which this effectively acts as like a disengage, but he only goes half of his movement, so he gets right over here.
I get to dodge roll. Of course.
You're up.
You ain't going nowhere. Stomp. And out comes the punch slashing with it. Let's add our D10 to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. Whoa. How's he looking?
So was it last time? So now he is just past bloodied.
All right. Yeah, I'll unload my 2 other attacks.
Oh yeah, 30.
Okay.
And the 15 will miss.
And then this. Okay.
Alright.
Fuck, forgot to.
Yeah, it's okay.
5 plus 12, so 17.
17.
Wait, sorry. No. Yeah, 17.
As you go to throw the first punch, and as if by a twist of fate, and the crowd's egging you on, you connect with that first one. And then with the second, however, on the third, you're feeling maybe a little gassed, or you swung a little too wide. Whatever the case might be.
Jeez. Alright. I will bonus action second wind.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that would be 12, because I took pally level. So 17.
Okay.
Good.
You know, it's so weird. Like I don't know how, because you attack as many times as a fighter would attack at this level, but sometimes I forget that you're a fighter because the Indomitables and the second winds do not come out as frequently.
Yes, sure. I got so many bonus actions. This is great.
Yeah. But as we come to initiative count 20, the crowd is, at this point, they're going pretty wild. They are effectively at this point just like, fight, win. But you can try and push their adoration to its peak to get it to a D12.
What did Marcus do?
Marcus,
He can lead them in prayer.
you should leave
I feel
them
like
in
that would
prayer.
kill the mood.
By the power of Jesus Christ, the fuck guy can do it. I know this to be true.
So what, like almost like a battle hymn?
He is a war cleric.
He is a war cleric, yeah, that would be pretty on brand. You know what, I could see an argument for that being religion over a performance-based thing, and good thing he's proficient in that, so let's see what he can do. As he will begin to sort of sing like a battle hymn. That was to GM. It was a 19.
Stupendous.
Nice.
Yeah. So, alrighty. The crowd, they join in strangely. Maybe perhaps to their own gods. As a matter of fact, within the stands, you'd hear one or two of them dedicating this battle hymn to Tempest, but in the place of themselves being asked for victory, they ask for Ed's victory. But at this point, yeah, you would have a D12 now. Flux, forearms out, pistol in each. Gonna, yeah, might as well. And I would say too, you would have noticed when he drew all four, the sword would have slid back into the one arm. But he's gonna take 4 shots. I believe
No
one of
hits.
those is a misfire. Damn.
Uh-oh. Oh, I guess he's got 3 more guns then.
Yeah, he's still got 3 guns. Yes, that
oh
one
no, my gun
Just switches
misfired.
to a secondary and then his tertiary.
yeah. And then he just
Got 3
kind of
more in
like
his pocket.
he takes that gun that misfires and he kind of like smacks it against his head. Not sure if it worked, but
Yeah,
yeah.
fair enough.
And then he just kind of like skedaddles around you to right over here.
Stop that! Stop it!
Here you go.
Every time the attack misses, it's all the dramatic like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sit still. Let's get our D12 on, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Where is it? 16. Okay. Which I think that brings him down to critical.
Love to see it. Oh, is AC?
Just hits. Yep.
Oh yeah. Give me the beam. Let me beam him.
Yeah, 26. Okay.
You have been beamed.
Beamed.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm just swinging around. Bonus action. No, I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
I will allow you to dodge roll, and that is my turn.
Alrighty. At this point, the crowd
Actually, no.
has.
I'm going to step over him,
Okay.
opposite of dodge roll.
Alrighty. The crowd, they're pretty hype. You feel as though there's nothing more you can do to influence them for the time being.
Goddamn, they're in the zone.
They are in the zone. and it's strange. All of them singing this battle hymn. Certain parts of it sort of bleed together because they're like similar in nature as like most religious things tend to be, but you would hear them calling out to their different gods of battle and war, and you would feel yourself invigorated. We come over to Flux. Eyes still squinting. He, Lady Fire. One moment, standing there with all 4 guns drawn, looking at you. The next, over here, as yet another one of those little sticks is just floating in the air as boom, it goes off. I need you to make a dex.
Oh!
Can't keep happening.
Bang!
Alright. Take 6 force.
Okay.
And then he is... Yeah, he's going to shoot. 1... Damn. 1 misfires.
Oh.
2.
Wait, so is he down a gun
Yeah.
from last misfire?
Yep. So now he's down to 2.
He doesn't have more pistols in his pockets.
Unfortunately, no.
No, he's out of pistols. Okay.
But after that one misfires too, he kind of like clinks it against his head, and then you watch as the 2 arms stow those pistols, disappear back behind him, and the cloak just kind of flutters forward again. But he does still have 1 in each hand.
Damn, it still looks cool. Alright, you gotta give
And
props.
He does have his actual movement, so he's gonna come right there.
Hey, where you going?
You're up, Ed. Yeah, he can't really get away from you at this point, so it's just kind of him.
I'm just a flying leap and smash. Oh, so close.
It's, yeah, very close. Oh man, as you just boom slam him with that leap, he gets a little dazed. He's still standing, but he's
Yeah,
not
follow
looking
through.
good.
Good. Oh, I
Oh
should've saved it.
yeah.
Okay, okay. I just want to. Well, no, I won't do that. Too much math.
All right. How do you do him in?
Yeah, I leap over and I slam down or slash down with the blade arm, and then the right hand stomach punch lifts him off the ground. He gets sent flying into the wall.
All right, and as he slams back into the wall, cracks spidering out. The hat kind of like tilted down just low enough to where like you almost can't see his eyes. And for the first time, he doesn't squint anymore. The eyes are kind of like wide open, looking right at you. The mouth kind of opens just a little bit to where it almost looks like a smile. And the 2 pistols, you don't know when he stowed them, but he did. And you watch as he holds his finger up, and a little magical illusion appears of what effectively looks like a text bubble.
Mm.
It's a shame you can't read,
I can't read.
but everyone else would see. That was a good fight. Thanks for that. And then he just kind of drops his hand and goes unconscious.
Jarvis will nicely do the message cantrip. Tell Ed what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. You know, even though we lost, he looked fucking sick.
He had a lot of stamina if he was doing all of those rolls.
He had a high stamina bar.
Yeah.
But the crowd would erupt at this point and just start chanting once again. Fuck guy, fuck guy, fuck guy,
fuck guy.
Yeah, Wilfred's got a fucking...
Cast that 3rd level now.
As Georgie stands up. Well, it seems like there was more than meets the eye to that little robot guy. Congratulations on another victory.
This fucking guy. All right.
Next up will be the final fight. Will Ed the fuck guy retain his title as arena champion, or
Sorry, Will. We'll slip through.
will Findel Benair of Webs We Weave ascend to the champion? Tune in next time. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to call it early because I got to do day one, new job tomorrow. Got to be in at 8. I got to get up at 6.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Understandable.
Unfortunate.
Cliffhanger. Do I get killed by the cheater guy?
Who knows?
Stay tuned.
Stay
All right.
tuned.
We're so fucking back.